Hi there, folks. I am Kevin Tracy. I'm here with my wife today, Krista.
Hey.
And today we're going to be reviewing and trying out for the first time the Artkal Mini-Beads. And this is really our first time doing anything with mini-beads. So and the reason we're doing this is because last weekend we were at the Southwest Michigan Fandom Fest. And of the artists that I talked to, which was most of the artists there, only two of us had actually ended the day in the black. It was ourselves with the MS Paint comic and the pixel art, and then another pixel artist who does beadwork. And we kind of realized that we do pixel art. This is within our realm. It's a logical place to expand, and if we want to make more money at these shows and make money at more shows, it makes sense to expand what we're offering. Krista has some interest, and she wanted to give it a try. Krista, do you want to do the honors of unboxing and offering your opinions?
Yes. So I went with this one because our main thing is high resolution pixel art.
Right.
So going off of that, I was thinking to do high resolution bead fusion work?
Fusion bead work, yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna destroy things.
I probably should make sure that our
Sorry.
camera is still in focus here.
I'm clumsy, which is why it keeps me locked up.
And away from the leg of the tripod, which would be disastrous. So, okay.
Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, we do high resolution pixel art, so I was thinking on doing high resolution-ish beadwork. I got the mini beads, which are 2.6 millimeters, and also got this one because it offered the most color with the mini beads. They gave you 48 colors, as you can see, a nice variety, so I can get a good gradient with anything that I do, shading and highlights and such. And I also got the boards that went with it, which I'm glad because I saw the Perler beads are smaller or larger than this brand.
We saw a video where, because we didn't do any research before we bought these. We just bought these on a whim, and on the way home from that show, we bought these. So, God bless the Amazon mobile app, I guess. But we watched a video when we got home about this and waiting for the stuff to come in the mail. And we found out that not all mini beads are the same, that some are different sizes. So we lucked out here in that we got the board from Artkal, who makes these mini beads. So if you're gonna buy mini beads from Artkal or anybody else, make sure you buy the board that goes along with those mini beads, because otherwise you might have a compatibility issue and be waiting a couple more days for Amazon to deliver new boards or beads.
And last I got tweezers.
From Perler.
Which I hope the brand doesn't matter, but it still has the tiny tip.
I would be shocked if the brand mattered on tweezers.
They are pretty small.
You got a kit, right, when you bought these?
I just got these individually.
Okay, and we'll provide a link to the Amazon, product page for this, and then.
And I knew I needed boards, so I bought those. And then I saw this in all the other kits that were available, so I bought these as well. The Amazon kits that they had, they didn't have as many colors and the variety of colors as this did. So that's why I went with that brand and this pack. So
Let's get opening. Yeah, you already kind of opened this up a little bit. So.
I'm nervous.
That's fine. You can probably open that on camera with the thing so people can see you actually opening it.
I'm also a Neanderthal.
Also do it over here so people can see it. There
So I
you go.
tore that open with a pencil.
Better than using the Allen wrench I was using
Ooh, I
before.
could have opened this here, engineer broom.
Oh.
I opened these, so now I can open this.
Using them for their intended purpose. Perfect.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stab myself with this, I'm sure.
That'll make for a great video.
These actually came in a pack of 4. And they have different sizes and shapes, but I just went with the largest one so I can do anything and not have to buy different boards.
So these boards, which again also came from Artkal, these are 50 by 50 pegs, I guess, right? We counted these out.
We counted them because we're nerds like that.
Yeah.
And they lock together.
Yeah, so that gives, between the two of them, we get 100 by 100 resolution on this, which for my pixel art is a very low resolution, limiting myself to 100 by 100. But for beadwork, you're getting really high resolution.
Yes. Not that I needed to lock them together, but just showing that they lock together. Come on! That was annoying.
Okay.
They lock together.
Yeah, and they have the little circles on them too. I imagine that's probably for support so they don't warp as easily.
Or so you have a circle.
Or so you can make a circle easily too, yeah.
Reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, shall I bead?
Yeah, go ahead and start beading. So what are you going to bead?
Beading or what is it? Is it
I don't know what the it's not fusing. Fusing is when you
Fusing is
iron
when
it.
you, yeah.
Yeah. Beading, I imagine, is more like when you're like doing like fancy bead jewelry type work.
Yeah, I don't know what to call this.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you know the
Yeah, leave a
correct
comment.
term.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so we'll provide a link to the Amazon product pages for all of this in the description below. And if you do decide to buy from the link below, then we actually get a small kickback for that, and it helps pay the comic bills and stuff. So we do appreciate that.
And puppy treats.
And puppy treats.
Yes, if you want to buy a treat for our puppy.
Yeah.
Is that, oh, that you're taking that as your cue? Okay. He's coming in. He says
Yeah.
hi.
He says hi. Hi, buddy.
Hi, bud.
He's a very affectionate dog, and when we're not cuddling him for more than 5 minutes, he has to jump up on us. And
He's like, you said puppy treats, so I have to make my appearance. Let them know how cute I am to buy
Yeah.
me treats. Okay. Now we're
Okay.
going to bead, so...
And this is the Irish Wheaten Terrier that I drew in the previous video of me drawing an Irish Wheaten Terrier. Okay, so go ahead, Krista. I'll let you kind of take it from here.
Okay. I think Kevin can go give
Yeah.
the puppy attention now. Not bad for doing it for my first time in 20 years.
I thought you'd done this more recently.
Huh?
I thought you'd done this more recently, like just before we met or something.
Nope.
Not when you were 5.
10.
I thought you said 5.
10.
Okay, well, either way.
Said it's been 20 years.
I hate for feeling you're old.
I may be old, but I still look like...
I'm a child molester.
Yep. Sucks to be you. When we're 50 years old, we're gonna be out somewhere and they'll be like, "Oh, sir, your daughter is so pretty." And they won't be talking about our actual daughter.
They'll be talking about you being a grave digger.
That's not a grave digger, dear. It's a gold digger.
A gold digger? Oh.
Not a grave digger. Although, that is a good term for people that date older men. I mean, they pretty much are going to the grave. But anyway, we digress.
Hey, we're done, aren't we?
There we go. It is done. It is a mushroom, obviously. I'm gonna put these away before they pop more. So I was having a problem with these.
Yeah.
They were popping everywhere, and I'm trying to find them. I have one, like, these would stick, and if I got too deep in there, they would pop everywhere.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, if they suddenly... Okay, that makes
these
sense.
came off, or I grabbed the wrong one that it didn't like in the pile. So what I was concerned about was when you go diagonal, there's this huge gap that they wouldn't melt, but you have to have a pixel or a bead next to it. The diagonal lines, they don't connect, so you have to have a vertical or horizontal bead next to it to be able to melt them together. Otherwise, fused beads will not fuse. But that's probably the same case for all of these.
And they're all the same shape, being round.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to iron it on. We saw this hint on YouTube when I was researching different things to do with these. They tape it and then iron it, otherwise you're gonna warp your board. Because these are tiny, tiny.
And several years ago, I had done a full-size bead work of Admiral Akbar, and I didn't really know how beadworks were supposed to be done, and I definitely warped my boards beyond use after the first time I used it.
So you put the tape on, whoosh it down. There we go. And then there is your image. Oh no! Kind of push it back together. Okay, let's see how this goes. So when I did these as a child, I always did what they refer to now as a full fuse, where it would be completely melted together and you couldn't see the individual beads. They have a partial fuse where you can still see each individual.
So this is an example of, what'd you call it?
A full fuse.
A
well,
full
you can kind of
fuse.
see. Okay, so the ones where you can't see the circle anymore, those are a full fuse. And then these that still have the circle, those are partial.
And I did that by ironing it too much on the board, which is why it warped the board itself.
Yeah. When I was little and used to do these, that's what I would end up with because I didn't know what the hell I was doing and I was a child.
And some people like that look. I mean, it is definitely more pixel artish, like true to pixel art form.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is melting. This is really difficult.
You see, that's kind of the weird thing for me with these things is how do you know when they're melting? Nobody like
These aren't fused beads are not fusing. I would say these are high quality since they are hard and they're not melting super quick. Partially. So you can see there's some dots that are still not melting and then start getting like really melty. So
So maybe start focusing on the corners then?
I'm trying to do it as flat as even as possible so I don't get any warping of the beads.
Well, the beads shouldn't warp, should they?
Well, I mean, like, I don't want to angle the thing and make it wavy
Ah, I see.
when it melts.
Is part of the iron hotter than another part of the iron?
It's possible. Yeah, that is very possible. Let's try that. So I'm wondering if some of these beads just aren't the same height. It's like there's this one white bead, red bead right in the center that is not. Still not.
Oh, it is weird, yeah.
Let's back to this.
Yeah, we probably, I mean, part of it too might be that you're taking the iron off too much just to look at it to see how it's doing.
Maybe.
I'm sure when we get more experience with this, it'll be like more
I'll
second
know
nature.
how long to, yeah, I'll
Do
know
this
how
for.
long to melt for.
Yeah, usually this part is like a time-lapse video of somebody like really quickly moving the...
Well, that's
iron
how I
around.
remember as a kid, but I probably used really cheap ones from like Kmart. And I only did this for like 30 seconds, and it was done.
It looks pretty fused.
So I'm actually going to fuse the other side too. I've seen that done. So they'll do a double fuse. And that one in the center, yeah, it is shorter and not melting. Yeah, it stays together, but it's not very flexible right now. So I'm gonna melt this side too. I want these to be more rigid than flexible. I would hate for someone to buy one and then it breaks before they even get out of our aisle.
From what I gather, though, it sounds like they can just be ironed back together once if they do break. So they're going to break on the seams,
yeah.
not where the
But
beads
do you
are.
want to buy something and then have to immediately fix it?
That's true. That's true. And we talked about this, and we decided that if we're going to do this is still just an experiment, but if we're going to do this, we're going to charge, what did you say, $10 an hour for the making of these, roughly?
Yeah, I think my base price would be $10 an hour.
So that's going to be our pricing structure for this, and I mean, obviously, you know, we make.
If I use bigger things with more material, I mean, there's some ideas. Shh, we're not telling. You'll have to wait and see. Tune back in, or whatever the YouTube people say.
Yeah. Subscribe and follow us. And
There you go.
I wasn't prepared for that. Sorry. Yeah. If you subscribe, you will see more pixel art like this, assuming
You'll see all the awesome
stuff we make.
projects I have. lined
She has a
up in
lot
my
of good
head.
ideas. I'll leave it
They're
at that.
going to be epic.
Yeah. And I might try my hand at this at some point. That's where I think I went wrong with Admiral Akbar, is that I kept on thinking it needs more melting, and it really didn't need more melting.
Well, I can see that it's not connected yet, so I need some more points of connection. And I haven't burnt myself yet, so we're not done.
There's this thing called quitting while you're ahead.
Okay, I think I'm done obsessing over this now.
Why is it that high quality beads are harder to melt? You would think that you want them to be easy to melt.
Well, you don't want to melt too fast, because then they won't melt evenly.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, I'm done. Cool paper. There.
Is it more rigid now?
Yes, and I like it better.
Okay.
There we go. Ta-da!
Yeah, so these are the Artkal Mini-Beads. Mini-fused beads, whatever you want to call them. Krista, what are your... You also get an idea
so-
side by side of what these look like, old and or the normal beads and mini beads. Go ahead, Krista, I'll let you
Yes.
finish.
Final thoughts. I think I'm going to like these. I'm going to have to get into other projects for the Artkal fuse beads. This was a freaking lifesaver. This would have been impossible without these tweezers. So, good job, Perler. Very nice. Little needle nose tweezers for these. I like the colors. The variation is good. And I also like that they put the color label on the outside, so if I want to order larger of the same color, I know which color I'm using. So again, it was the Artkal, and they were 48 colors. I see it right here. 24,000 beads total. And they were the 2.6 millimeter minis.
Remember how much you paid for these?
They were $37.99, free shipping.
These were $37.99.
Yes. The tweezers from Perler were $5.64.
Was it worth $5.64 for a pair of tweezers?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh yes.
And this is not something you can do with normal tweezers, because these are the fine tip tweezers?
Yes, these are small enough that they can get in the little holes. And I don't know if you could have seen, wow, my English is terrible now. I don't know if you were able to see during his fast forward, but it grabbed on very well. Oh, in the pack of 4, before I change the subject, the pack of 4 of the pegboards, pack of 4 for $15.90. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So tweezers, yes, definitely worth it because they're small enough to where you can get right in there and grab the little.
Oh, so you're sticking both ends into the hole?
No, just one.
Oh, just one? And then
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just skewing it like a.
Okay.
I was able to actually grab 2 at the same time a few times. Considering I haven't done this in quite a while, it's like riding a bike.
So, Kristen, let me ask you this. Okay, so we paid about $50 for everything, roughly?
Yes.
A little more than $50?
Yes.
Is it worth it for this? So let's say that you're already doing like large-sized beads.
Mm-hmm.
Would you think it was worth it to expand into the mini beads?
The only reason I would see for going to the mini beads is if you want more detail in your work, or them being smaller. The large beads, if you wanted as much detail as you were going to get with the mini beads, it would be quite large.
It would be 4 times as large or 2 times the dimension on either side.
Yes. So if you want more detail in a smaller product, then yes. And also if you wanted more color, because the other ones, I don't know. I just researched very little in the car on the way home. There wasn't as many colors in Perler or any other set that I found.
And then from a business perspective, so you took about half an hour to make the mushroom, roughly about.
Okay.
Okay, so, I mean, and let's say it was probably a little bit more than half an hour, but you were also learning kind of how to do this too. So in general, I'd say something about that size would take about a half an hour. So
Yeah.
at $10 an hour, that would come up to about $5 at a show, roughly.
Yeah, which is about what I wanted to
Sell it
charge
for?
for something like that.
Okay.
That size.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking as far as scale and everything goes. They're going to be cheaper than most of our prints, because our prints are $10 each, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think the only thing we have that's $5 is the coloring book. It's something to add to what we do already that's pixel art related. So we're gonna run with these, see how they go at LaffyCon and a few more shows this year, just to kind of get a feel for it. And we'll probably end up doing something much more complex with these. Once we get a little bit more practice with them, I'm going to try my hand at it too, and maybe next week's video will be me playing with these if Chris is working on something bigger. But
Yeah. I have quite a few ideas, but I guess if there's something you would like to see me do, then give a suggestion and I will think about it. And no guarantee I'll actually do it.
If you have something you really want to see, let me know and I'll think about it. Sounds like my mom. I want to go to Disney World. I'll think about it.
I might. See how kind I am that day.
We have a lot of ideas right now, and ideally some of your ideas will overlap with some of our ideas, and we can just do our ideas and make it sound like they were your ideas.
Exactly. That's kind of how I work, Kevin. That's what I do with you.
I know you do. So anyways, yeah, let us know what you think. And from a business perspective, maybe you do Perler beads and stuff too already. Do you have any suggestions for how to price these things, or how to work faster maybe, so that we can do a little bit better with these? Please, by all means, let us know, because we want to start expanding what we're offering a little bit more, and this seems like a logical way to do it. And all right, folks, well that's it. If you have any questions, by all means, leave a comment below. You can also find this video and more at ktracy.com, where we also have links to the MS Paint comic and other cool stuff. And that's it. That's a wrap. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know. That's what you did.
I don't like that.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh.